Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Armourer. My name is Victor, as always, joined by Blue.
Hello, hello.
And we're joining in this week after our Pro Quest. We had a Dromai and Icelander at the finals, and Dromai won the tournament.
It was a very cool tournament because we had our Romanian neighbors actually join in, and one of them took down the tournament with Dromai, as we said. And hopefully Dromai rotates as fast as possible with these points that he got. I managed to place fourth with my Ozuri in this tournament, lost to the Icelander in the semifinals. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll be back with more information, I guess, at the end of the Pro Quest season, because currently there isn't a lot.
Yep, and we shall move forward to the heavy hitter spoilers that we have. We have 4 cards that have been spoiled at this point, and the first one is a token. It's a generic token aura that's called Agility, and it says, at the start of your turn, destroy this, then your next attack this turn gets go again. And that personally to me seems like a cheap version of the Quicken token.
Yeah, it is a weaker version of the Quicken token, I guess. And I believe the Might, and I can't remember the other name of the token. There's a token that destroys itself and gives you +1, and there is a token that gives you +1 when you attack. So it's kind of the same difference. I guess they're just making more tokens, like bigger variety for balance reasons, because being able to just create a Quicken out of nowhere and keep it for the exact moment you need it is much stronger than Agility, which you need to use immediately, else it does absolutely nothing.
Yep, and then moving forward to the 3 full art promos. I don't know if this will be buy a box promos or how will they be given away. I have no idea, but the art looks amazing, and we can see that most of them are Guardian Warrior cards, which means that we're getting like we had prior Ninja and Assassin cards. Now we have Brute and Warrior cards, and Guardian and Brute and Guardian and Warrior cards, which is really amazing. First one's Runner, and it is an Brute Warrior attack action card that attacks for 6, defends for 3, and costs 2. And when this attacks, if it has go again, create an agility token.
So yeah, as we said, amazing art. And this time we have mixes of all 3 classes. In Outsiders we only had Assassin and Ninja. We had absolutely no Ninja Ranger mixes, but this time we have Root Warrior, Brute, Guardian, and Guardian Warrior. About Runner, I mean, it seems okay.
Seems like a rare. This will be a rare.
If we have enough ways to create agility tokens or reasonably often give this card go again, it can be very, very good. And it can be very good as just a chain ender, because in these classes, especially Brute, you don't really need to extend way too much, but being able to end on a runner that had go again to then give you an agility token for next turn is going to be good. An attack action for Warrior is quite interesting. I'm excited about a axe-based Warrior that may actually be making use of attack actions.
All we need in order to get this working is a proper axe that's actually a nice weapon, because so far axes have not been so great.
In my opinion, the axes are fine. Their main problem is that they cost way too many resources, and that we actually do not have enough axe buffs to support them.
Well, that's another way of saying it, but yeah, they are expensive. So a proper axe, that there are ways. I'm not saying get a cheap axe, but ways to reduce its cost of attacking.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's just give us more buffs, right? Buffs that are maybe cheaper or just work better with axes. Anyway.
Yeah. Moving onwards to Double Down, that's a Guardian Warrior action that defends for 3, costs 2, and you may destroy a gold you control rather than pay Double Down resource cost, which means that we are about to see a lot of Royal Guardians and or Warriors. The next attack that wager obviously is a new mechanic, this turn gets +3 and overpower. If a hero would create 1 or more tokens from a wager this turn, instead they create that many +1 of each of those tokens. Go again.
Yeah, so this is very, very interesting. Obviously, a lot of speculation can be made about this card because we have absolutely no idea what wager is. But it seems that we're going to have attacks that have the wager keyword, kind of like contract, which are probably going to allow us to wager, which I guess kind of bet some amount of tokens that we possess, or just like some tokens that are like written on the card, and then if something happens we can kind of win them back, and Double Down is going to allow us to double up on that. This is definitely very interesting. It's also very fitting for like the heavy hitters vibe and like
Yeah, you go to the gladiatorial
flavor.
fights and you bet on winning or losing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely very, very interesting. About the gold token, sacrificing a gold token for Double Down is very interesting because gold tokens are quite good, especially if you can consistently make them in Guardian, because they only cost 2 in order for you to draw.
How can you
So
consistently make them? So far, the only way to have a gold token, as far as I know, is to have the crown that makes you royal to start the game with 1.
yeah, that's that basically it. But I'm wondering if we're going to get other ways, right? Maybe there's going to be big Guardian attacks that have a wager that can create your gold token or something like this.
That would be amazing and probably a little bit pushed.
I mean, it definitely depends on like the rest of the numbers. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I feel like we'll probably get some more cards that can create you gold, right? There's maybe space for some generic cards in the set that can kind of fit the merchant theme of like create some gold tokens or something like this if you do this or if you do that, where you kind of lose card value efficiency in order to make the gold tokens. I don't know. It's definitely, we'll have to see moment as it will be for like all of these cards.
But it opens a lot of room for debate, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving onwards to the Talk a Big Game. It's a Brood Guardian action that costs 0. It is a blue one and defends for 3. Choose a number. The next time you deal that much or more damage to a hero this turn, create that many might tokens. Go again.
Once again, spot on flavor. Like the art, the name of the card, the effect kind of fits all together pretty well. In terms of how good the effect is, I don't know. It feels, definitely fits the gambler theme, right? Where you kind of gamble if you're going to be doing that amount of damage. The cool thing is that you can choose any number, so you can kind of say like 100 damage and then like do absolutely nothing with it. But yeah, it's interesting because technically in a moment, in a situation where in the Guardian you have a big overpower or dominated attack, or in Brood, specifically something like Reiner, if you have intimidated like a large portion or like the entirety of your opponent's hand, and you can sneak, talk a big game in some of these situations, you can technically turn a blue card into like 4 to 6 damage, which is going to transfer next turn. And technically a 0 cost blue that deals 4 is on rate. The thing is that this card kind of has to jump through like 2 additional hoops in order
A
to
lot of
actually
hoops,
become, yeah, in order to actually become 0 for 4.
But that aside, look at the art. I really love this card. I need to have a playset of these.
Yeah,
It's amazing at that. I really love it.
it's very fitting.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, for the people that want to play these high rolly aura based guardians that just attack for like some insane numbers like 20 or something like this, Talk a Big Game is definitely going to fit that flavor. Uh, because like attacking with the dominated crippling crush or like spinal crush or whatever, and you just play Talk a Big Game, say 4, it deals at least 4 damage to the opponent, and then next turn you gain like +4, and you can now swing with like a spinal crush, but this time
Devastating.
it's not
Yeah,
for 9, it's for like 13 or something.
absolutely devastating. And it works
Yeah.
with as well. I mean, if you manage to intimidate a lot of cards from your opponent's hand, you can easily predict the damage that you'll deal because obviously you know the gear, and if they don't have cards in hand, you will push for a lot of damage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that being said, thanks everyone for watching. We are 2 subscribers away from the first milestone, that is 100 subscribers. So please comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye bye.